If you're considering the Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2 for your home audio setup, you've landed in the right place. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on this pricey $850 digital turntable and streamer, revealing problems you won't find in the glossy marketing. But here's what surprised me. Despite all its tech spec brilliance, this device isn't quite the game changer it claims to be. In fact, some glaring issues might make you think twice before clicking buy. Stick around because I'm going to break down both the highs and lows of the DMP-A6 Gen 2 so you can decide if it's worth your hard-earned cash. First off, let's get something straight. The Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2 is definitely for audiophiles who crave high-resolution sound and easy integration with their home theater or music library. It's designed for those who want seamless streaming with less cable clutter and a slick interface. However, if you're simply after a no-fuss audio device to blast tunes on casual Friday nights, this might be overkill plus a headache waiting to happen. Let me tell you about my initial excitement when I unboxed this thing. The sleek 6 LCD color touchscreen immediately gave it an edge over old-school gear, and seeing that it ran on Android 11 with a tailor-made system, I thought finally, a hi-fi device that speaks modern. I imagined streaming my favorite albums directly through Tidal and Kabas, all wrapped in a beautiful package. But fast forward a few days, and the honeymoon was over. The touchscreen, while visually appealing, can be sluggish at times, a little ironic for a device marketing itself as easy to control. Plus, the mobile app, available for both Android and iOS, struggled to connect consistently, resulting in my phone repeatedly turning into a remote that just wouldn't cooperate. Now, here's a mini promise. I'll dig deeper into the connectivity quirks and why the much-praised HDMI ARC and trigger features might actually cause more headaches than harmony. But before that, picture this. I tried linking the DMP-A6 Gen 2 with my TV via HDMI ARC, expecting seamless audio from my shows. Instead, it sometimes dropped the connection, forcing manual resets. For a device touting reducing cable connections as a selling point, this felt like a plot twist worthy of a black comedy rather than a hi-fi drama. Joke break. Why did the audiophile break up with the DMP-A6 Gen 2? Because it wasn't delivering in high resolution, but in high frustration. Okay, I'll try to keep the jokes coming. Delving into its sound capabilities, the DMP-A6 Gen 2 claims to support almost every ultra-high sampling master recording format out there, from FLAC and WAV to DSD-512 and MQA. In theory, this is a music lover's dream, but reality paints a more nuanced picture. While the sound quality is undeniably rich and clean when everything works, occasional audio dropouts and latency issues block the true immersive experience. What's worse, the device outputs only analog audio. No digital output here, which might limit your options if you have a more complex digital setup. And here's a twist. Despite boasting a noise level below 40 UV thanks to its upgraded linear power supply, I noticed subtle buzzing when connecting certain active speakers via XLR or RCA outputs. For a $850 device positioned in the audiophile category, this stray noise felt out of place, like a chef serving a premium steak with a side of cardboard. Don't get me wrong, the rich audio and out options, including coaxial, optical, Type-C, and HD Bluetooth, offer versatility, but the inconsistent audio purity undercuts its value. Now, here's a question that might have popped in your head. Does the deeply integrated streaming system make up for these flaws? The DMP-A6 Gen 2 supports Roon Ready, Spotify Connect lossless, Tidal Connect, Squeeze Connect, and DLNA protocols, promising ease of access to popular streaming services. This integration works well enough to make playlists and music libraries manageable, but the interface navigation sometimes feels clunky, almost like a smart TV stuck in the early 2010s. You may find yourself impatiently tapping the screen over and over, testing your zen. To be fair, the device's personalized music library is a high point. It automatically categorizes and displays artists, albums, genres, composers, and sample rates, as long as your music files come with proper ID3 metadata. The ability to add files from local drives or network storage across platforms is a convenience that serious collectors will appreciate. However, casual users who aren't well versed in file formatting might find themselves confused or frustrated. Rehook time. If you're wondering whether the DMP-A6 Gen 2 thrives as an all-in-one streamer and decoder, wait till I reveal a snag with its Bluetooth and Type-C connections that might leave you unplugging more than enjoying. Bluetooth connectivity is marketed as high definition, but in real use, pairing times are inconsistent and sometimes cause unexpected dropouts. Additionally, the Type-C input, while innovative, lacks the plug-and-play smoothness you'd expect in modern devices. There can be latency and occasional glitches when streaming from mobile or external drives. This might not ruin the user experience, but definitely puts a damper on the seamless promise. By now, you might be thinking, with all these issues, why doesn't it have lower Amazon ratings? Its solid 4-star rating reflects mostly rave reviews about its build quality, integration with major streaming services, and the lovely touchscreen display. Some users praise the HD audio clarity and multi-format support as worth every cent. But if you dig beneath those positive reviews, occasional mentions of bugs, connectivity struggles, and at times confusing controls sneak in. It's a classic case of a product that shines but hides rough edges under the surface. Here's a joke for you. Why did the Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2 go to therapy? To deal with its commitment issues, especially with Bluetooth. Okay, I digress. So, what about the trigger function, which promises to synchronize power on-off cycles across devices? This is a neat feature on paper, simplifying multi-device setups in a home theater. But in practice, it is hit or miss. Sometimes the DMP-A6 Gen 2 fails to communicate power states to or from connected devices, meaning you might have to get off the couch anyway to fix it manually. In an era where smart home convenience is king, this makes trigger feel more like a gimmick than a selling point. To put things into perspective, if you're an audiophile with a moderate budget not willing to compromise on sound clarity and connectivity, this device might come across as a gamble. However, if you appreciate premium build, broad streaming options, and a beautiful touchscreen for control, and if you don't mind occasional tech quirks, then the DMP-A6 Gen 2 could find a place in your setup. Before wrapping up, let's clarify who should buy this. Serious audiophiles and tech enthusiasts who want unbeatable format support, want to integrate their TV audio with fewer cables, and who enjoy tinkering a bit when glitches arise. Casual listeners or those after simple plug-and-play streaming can probably look elsewhere and save themselves future headaches. Final mini promise. In a moment, I'll summarize whether the Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2 deserves your money, or if it's a flashy promise with hidden pitfalls. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. In conclusion, the Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2 is a mixed bag. Its commitments to supporting high-res audio formats, multiple streaming protocols, and offering rich input-output options are impressive. The large LCD touchscreen and exclusive mobile app hint at modern convenience rarely seen in this category. HDMI, ARC, and trigger functions speak to future-proof connectivity concepts. And it's a big but inconsistent Bluetooth performance, occasional audio dropouts, a touch-sluggish interface, minor noise issues, and finicky automation features temper the experience. That said, every product has pros and cons, and this one excels in delivering a personalized music library experience, master recording playback, and high-quality streaming compatibility. If you value those features and are ready to invest in premium gear knowing what to expect, the DMP-A6 Gen 2 can be a centerpiece for your sound system. Here's my last joke. Why don't audiophiles play hide and seek? Because good sound never hides, except when the DMP-A6 Gen 2 loses Bluetooth connection. Okay, that's enough punishing the poor device. For the best price on Amazon and to check the latest deals or improvements, be sure to click the link in the description below. Prices can fluctuate fast on this niche tech, so don't miss out on any savings. Whether you buy or skip, I hope this honest review helped make your decision a little easier. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your questions or experiences with the Eversolo DMP-A6 Gen 2. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, keep your music crisp and your vibes high.